Perhaps it's, as we had been running late, we have like 5-10 minutes for some question and answers. If you could please identify yourself when you put a question, and also perhaps specify to which panelist you are addressing your question. I see at the back of the room, gentlemen.
Thank you, Ambassador. Richard Jordan from International Council for Caring Communities. Before I ask Mr. Hu a question, it is good to see Ambassador Samaseko, whom we knew from the WSIS process. Very good to see you again. Thank you so much. Mr. Hu, a brief question on the CCTV anchors. For example, the Up Close program on CCTV 9. It would be very useful if some of the anchors could establish blogs for some of the programs. I'm thinking of the Hein Verbruggen interview that was done during the Olympics. Are there any plans to establish blogs with the anchors? Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we already have the blogs for the anchors, for reporters, for foreign correspondents. I think you can search on this www.cctv.com. There is the website for blogs. You can search about that. Thank you.
Somebody else? Here, a gentleman in the front in the yellow shirt, and then the lady afterwards.
I don't know whether how this works.
You just have to put...
That's the button. Hi, my name is Neil Blonstein, and I work for an NGO, sometimes perhaps the only NGO that only deals with bilingualism, or so I sometimes think, Universal Esperanto Association. Do you agree that throughout linguistic history, there have been many international languages, including French for over a century, decades with German as the language of science of Marx, Freud, and Einstein, centuries of Latin, and Greek before it? What will really be the future? Have we learned from the reasons why these linguistic hierarchies have changed? And have you considered all the alternatives, including Esperanto, which has a peaceful, non-violent history? That is a question, although it is very long. I would like to make a short comment that in UNESCO's headquarters this Monday, 400 people gathered for the memory of the founder of Esperanto, Ludwig Lazarus Zamenhof. Thank you.
Take this question, perhaps either Mr. Mio or Mr. Samaseko. Who is volunteering?
I think the future is, hablar en castellano. La Comisión Europea, la Unión Europea, ha definido un futuro de ciudadanos europeos que se resumen en la cifra 2+1. En el caso de Cataluña, País Vasco,
summarized in 2+1 in the case of the Catalonian and the Basque Country. We have representatives of them here. It's a 2+2 model.
Lo que existe
that is
y
to say,
existirá en el mundo
what exists and will exist in
son
the world
sociedades de
are
personas
societies of multilingual peoples.
De lenguas presentes en los territorios,
languages present in
con todos los
different
derechos a
territories,
ocupar
with all
las
of the
funciones
rights
esenciales
to
en sus países,
undertake
en sus sociedades.
all of the functions of their societies.
Esta realidad, la realidad del mosaico de lenguas del
This
mundo,
reality of the linguistic mosaic of the world
está en el corazón del proyecto de la Casa de las Lenguas, y entiendo que en el espíritu
and as I understand it,
también
is
de Naciones
also
Unidas.
within the spirit of the United Nations.
Otra cosa son las lenguas artificiales,
There are the
o
artificial
las
languages, that's a different
propuestas
issue, or proposed artificial languages, or proposals for alternative communication that we might see throughout the globe. But what we have is the linguistic heritage of humanity, of mankind, and that all of the live languages spoken of the world are part of this.
Affirmer que C'est un excellent effort que de faire l'espéranto, que de l'avoir fait. Mais en réalité, la langue est plus qu'un outil de communication. La langue, c'est le socle de l'identité. La langue, c'est le réceptacle, le vecteur de la culture. Donc, il est important de laisser l'enracinement se faire au niveau de chacune des langues. La perspective dans laquelle nous sommes aujourd'hui, et nous serons demain, me semble-t-il, c'est de faire en sorte que toutes les langues du monde puissent communiquer entre elles à travers un grand projet éducatif mondial où l'on développerait partout dans le monde un enseignement multilingue fondé sur la langue maternelle. Je crois que ça permettrait, je prends le cas de l'Afrique par exemple. L'Afrique, on parle d'Afrique francophone, anglophone, lusophone. Nous disons qu'il faut désormais davantage parler aussi de l'Afrique francophone. L'africanophone, africanophone. C'est-à-dire qu'il y aura l'africanophonie, tous les Africains parlant chacun leur langue, les 2000 langues qui existent en Afrique. Mais en même temps, ces langues peuvent être utilisées à travers un schéma de multilinguisme fonctionnel convivial, intégrant toutes les langues, y compris les langues non africaines. Je crois que dans chaque région du monde, on peut arriver à cette perspective. Et aujourd'hui, avec les technologies de l'information et de la communication, avec tout ce qu'on vient d'entendre, il est très facile de passer d'une langue à l'autre et d'apprendre plusieurs langues en même temps.
I think there was a lady in the middle of the room before. Yes, Peps.
My name is Marianne Newman. I'm the director of the Catalan Center at New York University. And I have a question both for Mr. Menon and for Mr. Mir. The IBM seems to be doing a language automatic translation from major languages to major languages. I wonder if you have any plans in the future for lesser spoken languages. And I'd like to ask Mr. Mir to elaborate a little bit on the YouTube platform and perhaps to explain a little bit the 2+2, el 2+2, o el 2+1. Elaborar sobre la plataforma de YouTube y el 2+1.
Yeah, thank you for your question. The way the language translation works is there's a common piece, and then there's pieces that you have to develop that are very language specific. So, you know, it's the same common technology, and for example, English to Spanish is actually we'd been working on that for many years, and it's in a much better shape than, for example, say the English to Arabic one, which is why we haven't yet come out with that particular website. But there is a common piece, but then you have these languages. What we'd like to do, to be honest with you, is find a way to get to do this in an open, innovative way, to do this in partnership, so that we could provide the common basis and then provide standards that would allow others to add value, whether it's through different languages that we add. The other thing that turns out to be very helpful, as I'm sure you can believe, is the specific domain in which, you know, is it a business domain, is it about help desk, etc. And so adding more languages and adding more domains, you know, that's what ultimately we want to get there. And the way I think we'd like to do this is in partnership, so we don't have to do, you know, all the work within IBM. The work can be done in partnerships, perhaps with, you know, with your institution or with Linguaman, if it's Catalan that we want to work on. I think that's the kind of direction that I think would make the most sense from our perspective.
Briefly, if I might.
Brevemente, el modelo que propone
I
la
would say that
Comisión
the
Europea,
model proposed by the European Commission
basado en una
is
reflexión
based
de cómo
on a
la
reflection
economía europea
on
puede ser
how the European
competitiva en el
community
mundo global,
can be competitive
concluye
globally,
que
concludes the
Europa
following.
necesita
It concludes
personas
that Europe
multilingües
needs
con dominio
multilingual
de
people
diversos idiomas.
with
Por eso
mastery over
recomendó
several
la Comisión
languages. For this
Europea al
reason,
Consejo de Ministros de Europa
they recommended to the Council
el modelo 1+2, la lengua propia,
2
más inglés,
plus
más otra
1.
lengua
That's
internacional.
their own language plus English plus
En el caso de Cataluña, País
international language. In
Vasco
the case of Catalunya,
y muchos otros territorios de
and
Europa en
the Basque Country and other
que, aparte de la
regions
lengua
of
del
Europe,
Estado y otra lengua oficial,
in
el
which
modelo
there's
es
the
2+2.
state
En el
language
caso de
and
Cataluña
the
es
official
catalán,
language.
castellano, inglés y
There'll be
otra
two
lengua
more. It'll be 2
europea.
plus 2. It'll be because Catalonia is
De otra parte del
Catalan,
mundo,
Spanish,
y en el
English,
caso
and another
de,
national language.
del País Vasco y de otros.
The Basque Country would be
En
another
relación a la
example of
plataforma de
this.
YouTube,
Now, the
del YouTube de las
platform,
lenguas que he dicho,
YouTube
entrecomillado,
languages,
La plataforma audiovisual, que saldrá en pocas semanas, meses, permitirá, como YouTube, que ciudadanos de todo el mundo depositen materiales o programas audiovisuales en esta plataforma y será un instrumento dedicado a todas las comunidades lingüísticas del mundo que incorpora herramientas informáticas de subtitulación y de doblaje que permiten que cada documento audiovisual en cualquier idioma pueda traducirse, doblarse a cualquier otra lengua del mundo de manera libre y progresiva. Es un instrumento al servicio de las lenguas, un servicio gratuito, útil y que conjuntamente con tantas otras iniciativas que las tecnologías permiten hagan que las tecnologías de la información y el mundo audiovisual abra sus puertas a la diversidad lingüística del mundo como no puede ser de otra manera.
Merci.